Good, then let's have a look at how to play the chill and laid-back solo to Make It Wit Chu by Josh Homme and Queens of the Stone Age. We are in standard tuning for this tutorial, and we're soloing in the key of E minor, using pretty much exclusively the E minor pentatonic. In one position, we pretty much play the entire solo in one pentatonic box. This one right here. Root note there at the 12, which we bend up to at one point. Like, you know, 5, 7, 5, 7, 9, 7, 9, 8, 10, 7, 10, 12, right? So the solo starts right there with a slide from 8 into 10 of the B string, and when you slide into it, you're going to pick it 5 times. And then you're going to do a little back and forth here from 8 to 10 back to 8, right? Very staccato on those 10s. And then we're into this lick. So we're going to go 8, 10, 9 of the G back to 8. And then this tricky little bend. We're going to bend the 10 of the high E string, but we're also going to bend the 10 of the B string along with it. So you're going to bend that up a full step, and when you get it up a full step, then you're going to catch the B string and release it. Kind of like that, right? So you're bending 2 strings at once. And then you release that back to the natural note at 10 and give it a little bit of vibrato. Into this. Just 8, 10, 9, little bend. 8, 10, finish on the 9 of the G. And then we're going to go 7, 9 into a bend of the G. And give it some nice vibrato. And then we're into this little lick here. So we're going to release that bend, re-bend it again at 9. And then 7, 9. And then you're going to grab the 7 of the D, very quickly slide it back to 5. And then play that little lick there, just on the 5s and 7s of the A and the D. Right, little bend of the 7 of the D there. Release it off to 5. Grab the 7 of the A, back to 5. Right, so up to that point, nice and slow. Right? And the next little passage of the solo all takes place here on the 5s and 7s of the A and the D string. Right there. So the first half is that right there. Just a little hammer on 5 to 7 of the A. Little double bend there of the 7 of the D. And then the second half is that. Finishing with a bend on that 7, right? Putting it all together. Right? And then we're into this rather long run. So we're going to break that long run in half and show you the first half. That's the first half. Tricky part here is that little slide from 9 back to 7, right? And then finishes with a quick little bend there on the 7. Right, so that's the first half. Second half. finishes with a quick little bend there on the 9 and then release it back to the natural note. Putting that whole run together, one more time. All right, from the top. Right, and then we're into this. Just 7, little trill, between 7 and 8, up to 9, back to 7, and then 7 off to 9 of the G. Right. And then you're going to pull off 9 to 7 of the G, grab the 9 of the D, slide it into 12. And then you're going to back up to 7 of the D, pull it off to 5, slide it back into 9. Right? And then you're going to move up to 7, 5 of the A, pull 7 off to 5, back onto 7. Now we're going to do a little chromatic 5, 6, 7 of the A and then off to 3 of the low E. And then slide back to 7. And then we're into that. So coming off of that 3rd fret of the low E, sliding back to 7, we're into this. Right, all on the 5s and 7s, and you finish with a slide from 7 into 9. Back it up to 7. Play that little lick there. Little bend release, right, 7. Slide that 7 into 9, pick it a few times, and then release it off to 7. And then we grab these 2 big dissonant kind of unison bends, right? He's not really getting it right up to pitch, so it's very dissonant sounding. 7th fret of the high E, 10th fret of the B, right? Kind of bends that twice, finishes the solo with this. So after those unison bends, play that little lick there. 8 to 10, little bend, little play back and forth on the 8s and 10s, finishing on the 9. And then we're just going to bounce between the 10 of the B string back to that 9 3 times. And that's the end of the solo. Right, so the second half coming out of that bend. And from the top, nice and slow, and then we'll be done. that is how you play the solo to Make It Wit Chu, and that rhymes. And I certainly hope you enjoyed that, found it helpful and accurate. I think it's pretty darn close. If you did, please hit that like button. Drop me a subscribe if you haven't done that already, as that would be very kind. Hope you're well out there, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.